Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. Coming to you live from station WEBM. That's wonderful Eddie B. Marcus, operating smack down from the top of the sky, right wherever you are. Have a beautiful, beautiful message for you, and I want you to listen to me real good. We as human beings, all over the world, wherever we can observe what's going on around us, have all concluded the same basic things. Many of us are frightened. We don't know what's going on. Many of us have faith in our systems, and we believe that our systems will keep us secure. None of us are bold enough to think that our systems are perfect, but we think that our systems are better, at least, than those of others. And so we put our trust in our systems. And if we stop for a moment and look back at our systems, all of our systems keep us divided. And in each one of our systems, we as people strive for the same things. Those things essential for survival. In each of our systems, that's what we strive to do. And yet in each of our systems, we fall short because we find those that are left out, which means the same thing that's profiting on one side is also profiting on all of the other sides. And those things that are failing on one side are the same things that's failing on all sides. And what we recognize is that the existence of this difference is based upon a philosophy that some people are more superior than others. Some people deserve more than others. What it basically means is an abstract conclusion based upon your understanding of your environment and not of your spirit. Your spirit will tell you something different. Your spirit will talk about peace and prosperity and happiness in life. Your spirit will talk about how to achieve your dreams. Your spirit will tell you how to do that by protecting yourselves. And the only way you can protect yourselves is by protecting everyone else. And if everybody got a dream to be alive, then who is going to provide for that dream except we dreamers? And what we have been given to love to do, the greatest thing that gives us our greatest pleasure in doing is exactly what we were designed to do, to give our participation in the creative process that human beings, you and I, can live here in America and across the globe as though we are in heaven. Now, what you have just heard me say, ladies and gentlemen, is what I want. To me, there's no greater love. I've heard some say that a man would give his life for his friends. But I say also, to go with that, not to take anything away from it, is that the greatest love that you can show is to stand up and speak voice and willing to take steps that would lead to that dream coming true for everybody. And I wanted that. I have wanted that mostly all my life. And I guess I wanted it so bad till one day I saw how it's done. Did it something? I don't know if it was God-given. I know you don't know, and I'm just like you, so I can't know any better than you. But somehow I do know. So it's either God-given or my desire inside to want it so bad created a vision whereby I can see it happening. And it's based upon the premise that we do unto others as we'd have others do unto us. That we would recognize that nothing belongs to any of us. I don't care what systems we live under, what laws we have devised. The order in which they represent today is illegitimate when it comes to the moral test. The moral test is that it leaves all of the suffering going on in America and on the globe. It leaves all of the lying, the cheating, the stealing, the killing, the terrorism, the Ponzi schemes, the war, all of these things to maintain a standard of living for some that is fantastic and hell for others. That's what we have laws passed to protect being done. And if there is a God anywhere, the first thing he got to reveal to you is your enemy, that which is devised in such a way that it denies you the blessings of God, your birthright. And everywhere, you don't have to bite your tongue about it, everywhere people are being denied their birthrights. Not just here in the USA, on every continent, they are being denied their birthrights. And government is not going to say, well, do you know what government had to go through to get in its position of power that it is? Whether it's here in the USA or Russia or North Korea or China, do you realize what these powers have to go through to be placed in the dominant positions that they have? They're not going to just submit to what you say. You don't matter until they say you matter. And you only matter, and they're not going to say it until you've been educated to respond the way they desire you to be responsive. But I come to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there's a spirit of love. It gives you the authority to walk over everything that is not love, but do it in a loving fashion. Let me give you an example. Right now, I'm not naive enough to think that I am the only person in the United States of America that wants peace and prosperity and happiness and joy of life and the fulfillment of every dream for every citizen in this country. I'm not naive enough to think that I am the only one whose dream and action supports that. I can, however, say I'm the only one I know of. So if you ever cross my path, you fall a lot shorter than that. And it doesn't matter to me whether you're a Republican advocating for that, or Democrat advocating for that, or Catholic advocating for this, or Protestant advocating for this, or Independent advocating for this. If it does not include peace, prosperity, and happiness for every citizen, it is counterfeit. It is counterfeit to the government of peace. It is counterfeit to the government of prosperity. It is counterfeit to the government of happiness and joy of life for every individual. So, when you running for office and I look at you and I'm telling you what the dream is, what the vision is for this country, and you're a politician and you just go ahead and ignore it, or whether you are a church organization and I'm telling you what I'm advocating for the benefit and the glory of the peace and prosperity of all of us humans on earth by the power of love and God, and you ignore me. When I turn to those of you who are in the streets who are victims of this, who work so hard trying to survive, hoping one day that maybe you'll be lucky by a scratch off or a lottery ticket, doing all these things, hoping and asking people to pray for you, not recognizing the power that you have in your own hands right now, and that is to change your mind. Change your mind for down the path that you're going to the path that you want to go. Become an actor. And you write, my friends, you write the words that come out of your mouth, the words that your feet must follow. You do that. And I promise you this, that freedom will surprise you in such a way, especially when you look around and see that all of those resources that you always dreamed about are right here. And it didn't cost you not one penny, not one lie, not one cheating, not one terroristic threat, not one debt, not one fee. It didn't cost you anything but the joy of your living. So that's what I feel about it, ladies and gentlemen. And so when you talk to me, if you don't feel that way, you're part of the problem. I want you to know, if you can't see peace and prosperity and happiness for everybody on the face of the earth, you are a part of the problem. Now that doesn't mean that you're not growing. It just means that you're not there yet. And this is why I'm here standing before you in some form and fashion, so you can have the opportunity to recognize that there is another voice out there, there is another vibration out there, there is another way, and it is called the way of love. So, understand what I'm looking for. And so when the election comes around in November from the state of Minnesota asking who you want to be your senator, I'm not on the ballot, But I'm asking you, if you want what I speak to you about, write my name in on the ballot. Now, no one is going to know a thing about me unless those of you who have heard this get hungry enough to do some research and find out some more about what I am about. And if you can see the future in what I'm saying to you, then call somebody, refer a friend, get this message across the country, because there is nothing like heaven on earth. I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. Once again, this is Eddie Marcus saying bye-bye.